Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman, and welcome to the start of the final chapter of Let's Play Dungeon Keeper. Well, this will probably not in all likelihood be the final chapter, but this time we do start the final level, the 20th one of the game, Skybird Trill. And we jumped right to the credits here, so let's go ahead and hit continue game. Listen to the opening narration, and I will describe the challenge facing us this time around before we get right to it.
Skybird Trill, the ultimate in cute. A frown in Skybird Trill brings all the townspeople to the sufferer's door with gifts of love, fine cheer, and eternal friendship. A place where nothing can ever go wrong, or so they fondly believe.
Now, this level is home to a hero known as the Avatar. This is something of a parody of the main character of the legendary Ultima franchise. And when we get a look at him, he actually looks very close to the design for the character from Ultima 8, which is one of the more infamously awful games ever made, even ignoring its attachment to a once proud franchise. But that is neither here nor there. It's a neat little Easter egg for us old school CRPG players. But the practical upshot of this level is that there is one enemy keeper in blue, a rival hero fortress, and the Avatar himself imprisoned just off of the Blue Keeper's dungeon. Unfortunately, the main challenge that we face here, after several levels of being pinned in and lost on resources, this time we will have plentiful space, we will have near infinite money, we will be somewhat hemmed in as there is a rather obvious trap to bring high-level enemies into the dungeon right away, which we are going to avoid. But the big test here is you do have to a degree, make do with what you can find and what you can scavenge. And that is a challenge because while the Blue Keeper has relatively few resources apart from a ton of money, and they are inclined to sit around their dungeon counting money rather than expanding, the problem is that they have a level 10 vampire, which means any efforts that we make towards scavenging once we get a scavenger room are completely pointless. Even if we can get a vampire, the vampire is going to get scavenged by the level 10 vampire, and it's a whole vicious circle. The other problem is that, despite having the ability to dig out a torture chamber relatively early on, we cannot recruit mistresses. There's a number of them in the pool, but for some reason they all flock to the Blue Keeper, even though he will not have a torture chamber. Which means, if you are the sort inclined to raise horned reapers, you can't do that. Unless you capture one, sacrifice them, and if you're trying to do that, you're already too far along for it to be worth the effort. So, what are we to do with this? Well, we're going to fall back on the old wayside of foresight, knowing where to dig and set walls up, hunkering in, and building up our forces the slow and steady way, which I admit may not be the most exciting thing to watch, but is necessary before we get to the high action that will come at the end of this level. So, now that I've built this up, let's build our dungeon up. Okay, so a quick look at the realm before us. You can see we've got considerable amounts of gold up here, a bit of gold here, and all of this space right here. And we also have a hollow area here that we have yet to claim, but what's this little cross in the middle? Ah, well, that appears to be a ton of gems and a ton of gold, with a passageway leading right to it. Now, we do have most of this space to work with for building our dungeon, and we will have it, but the most important landmark we have to keep in mind is this bit of impenetrable rock right here. This is actually the marker for how far out we can dig.
entrance has been claimed.
And yes, we can hear the splash just there. Because the Hero Fortress actually has a rather massive moat surrounding it. A moat filled with high-level tentacles. Why the tentacles seem to always wind up aligning with the heroes, I have no idea. The one saving grace to this level is that, as I said, the Blue Keeper is not inclined to explore overly much. So why are we digging this big long hallway to cut off the boundary, you ask? Well, it will make our life easier knowing how far we can go, but also it will benefit us later to set up my favorite standby, the big old Hall o' Traps.
Tunneled into a new area. Your creatures are under attack.
Ah, and yes, I actually went down one too low. Luckily, I did save beforehand. Okay, so it is in fact one below
An entrance has been claimed.
this barrier. Not one above it. I did test this out before. I remembered the barrier. I couldn't remember if it was even with it or one below, but
You have tunneled into a new area.
and yes, we do have a bit of water here, but that is going to be less of a problem than you might think. Still, we'll dig a hallway south here.
You have tunneled into a new area.
And hark! Some increased level specials.
You must build a treasure room to store gold. You need a bigger treasure room.
You have tunneled into a new area.
Now, we can't build any bridges just yet, but that's just fine.
You need a bigger treasure room.
Oh, working on that. Alright, so until we get that filled up. But first, let us have our imps start working on fortifying the walls. Not that we have to worry about anybody digging through anytime immediately soon. And we will want to dig out a couple of 3x3 rooms here. Because, as I mentioned, it is going to be impossible to raise Reapers in this level, but that doesn't mean we aren't going to wind up having some. You'll see what I mean shortly. Actually, it might be more economical to build them lengthwise. And we'll make that into a space for some other special project, but let us go ahead and get our core down. Yeah, we want the traditional 5 square rooms here.
It is payday.
I'll put a workshop there.
A new spell has been researched.
Now we're attracting dragons like mad.
You need a bigger treasure room. A new spell has been researched. A new room has been researched.
Yes, and we now have guard posts, but no bridges.
You need a bigger treasure room.
But yes, this trick still works.
A new spell has been researched. Your creatures need a bigger lair. A new room has been researched. Your creatures need a bigger lair. A new spell has been researched. Your creatures need a bigger lair. It is payday. Your creatures need a bigger lair.
Still...
A new room has been researched.
And I do have the barracks, finally.
Your creatures need a bigger lair.
Now that should open the way to us being able to get some orcs.
Your creatures need a bigger lair.
Yes, yes, working on it, working on it.
You need a bigger training room. A trap has been manufactured. A new room has been researched.
And, well, honestly, if they get any further along than that with the guards, we got bigger problems.
A new spell has been researched. A trap has been manufactured. A new room has been researched.
Oh, whoops.
Your creatures need a bigger lair.
Now, we will eventually need this prison space and torture chamber.
A new spell has been researched. Your library is too small. Your creatures need a bigger lair. door has been manufactured. Your creatures need a bigger lair. A new room has been researched. It is payday. A trap has been manufactured.
And hey, boulder traps.
A new spell has been researched. Your creatures need a bigger lair.
Luckily, I'm working on that.
A door has been manufactured. Your workshop is not big enough. A new room has been researched. new spell has been researched. Your library is too small.
And, you know, we never did wall off this part.
You need a bigger training room.
Alright, got the walls all up.
A new room has been researched. A door has been manufactured. Your workshop is not big enough.
We just got ourselves a magic door. And what the hey, a few more layers, another hatchery. And you may be noting I'm building a second corridor. Heading toward the treasure room, there is a reason for this. Because I do want to keep my minions from using this hallway as much as possible. Remember what I said about the trap-filled corridor?
A door has been manufactured. Your workshop is not
We
big
will
enough.
be needing it eventually.
A new spell has been researched. Your library is too small.
Now we'll go ahead and put the troll out through the portal.
It is payday.
Alright, so we've got a pretty sizable army at the moment. 11 dragons, 8 bile demons, 6 orcs. Everything is almost completely walled in at this point. Not that we need to worry about it, but it's just a force of habit at this point, and I do think that having areas walled off does increase the efficiency of the rooms.
Your library is too small.
Now, the orcs, I hardly have to tell them to train. But yeah, here we go. About as solid a way on the east as we can expect. Got a nice corridor. I mean, this whole space right here is a problem any way you slice it. I think we are almost ready to start exploring the realm a little bit, but I want to let them train up a little bit, but I appreciate that this is not the most exciting part to watch, so I'm going to go ahead and close this chapter out here, since it has been the better part of an hour. And we'll go ahead and save 20A.
Game saved.
But next time, we will start exploring the realm a bit and get on with conquering this realm and taking on the Avatar. So thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. And we'll continue the adventure from here next time. Take care until then.